Hi everyone, this is Deb's Way and I'm Deb. And we're having a great day here today, so I thought I'd come online here and make a little video. And hopefully it will be an interesting one because it's going to be kind of like a survey, okay? Kind of like a survey says type of thing. But I came across a survey that one of my followers was participating in, and she answered about 16 questions, okay? And I found some of the questions pretty interesting. A lot of them deal with makeup, which I'm not really that heavy into makeup, as far as some of the other channels out there go. But I thought I'd go ahead and do the same survey, and anybody else that's interested out there that watches my channel, please feel free to participate, okay? And that includes anybody else besides Jeannie, who I'm hoping will participate. I think she's still going to participate in the one that I really tagged her on previously. But anyway, here goes. This one is number 1. Where did you grow up? US or abroad? What was the nearest big city? Well, I grew up in Topeka, Kansas. And that's not a huge city, like New York City or anything, but it is a big city within Kansas. So I would say, nearest big city to that, I don't think that really pertains to this. Number 2, what year did you graduate high school? Can you share a picture? I'll see if I have a picture and I'll include it. I'm not sure. But I graduated, drum roll please, 1969. Yeah, that was a good year. I suppose we could talk more about high school, but I really did not like high school. I came from a school that had, in my class alone, there were like almost 600 kids graduating. And so at that time, yes, it was a big school. It was very cliquish though. And I went to some of the sports events, but I wasn't gung-ho on that kind of stuff. I wasn't really that interested in it. I didn't participate in band or choir or anything like that. I didn't have any extracurricular activities from school. I wasn't interested in it. I was a good student. I made the B and sometimes every now and then the A honor roll, but I basically took classes that were like for preparing me for office work, like shorthand and typing, and well, English was in there too, but I did classes of interest to me. I didn't take the classics. I didn't do a lot of math classes or science. I figured I wasn't going to be going on to school. Once I graduated from high school, man, that was it. I was going to go out and get a job and finally work my way through the world, but anyway, high school days, they were okay, but yeah, I really didn't like high school itself. Now, if you want to talk about high school reunion, that's another matter altogether. I did go to my 40-year reunion because a friend of mine was going to be going to the town that we lived in at the time that we graduated from, and she was going to be attending also. So I thought, fine, I'll go with her, And I enjoyed what I went to, but I was very, very surprised and disappointed to find out how cliquish it still was, even in a high school reunion. After people had been out in the world for several years, they were still cliquish high school teenagers. But anyway, let's put on a positive face again. Now, number 3, what was the makeup trend the year you graduated? Well, do any of you out there remember the model Twiggy? I remember Twiggy. I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was a lovely person. She wore that eye makeup all around her eyes, and she had that boyish style haircut. That was the trend. That was the style. Heavy eye makeup, definitely. And anything to do with the British look, that was very popular. Number 4, what was the hair trend the year you graduated? Well, actually, there were a few people that could get away with a Twiggy haircut, not many though. The basic hairstyle trend was long hair, definitely. Back combed at the top. It was real poofy and everything, and curly, curly, curly. Yeah. Number 5, what was your first car, Year, make, model, color, clunker. Okay. My very first car, I actually inherited more or less the use of my older brother's car when he went to the service. He went into the service and went overseas and couldn't take his car with him. So I got the use of it when I was going to high school yet. It was a 1963 Mercury, I want to say Montego, and it was maroon color. It was a pretty color for back then. It was very basic. No, it wasn't a clunker. It did serve us well for many years. But that was the very first car that I drove. Now, the very first car that I bought myself, oh gosh, I forget what year it was. I think it was also a 1963 Ford Custom 500. It was white with red interior seats, and they were the vinyl kind of seats. That wasn't leather, it was vinyl. It was in really good shape. It was in really good shape. It worked well, and it served me for several years. But that was the very first car that I bought myself. And I don't remember how much it cost me either, but at the time I thought it was a lot. Now when I look back, it probably wasn't though. Okay, number 6, what was your senior prom song? Can't remember. What was your junior prom song, or a song that brings back memories? Well, I never went to any of the school dances, never went to proms. I really wasn't interested. I didn't care about that. Back at that time, and I don't recall a song right off that brings back any fond memories. That was a time back when the Beatles were popular, and I loved the Beatles. British groups were very popular, and there were several that I did like. So naming one song, I don't have just one. I liked the British Invasion. I did like a lot of their music and the groups. So anything that anybody did from British Invasion, groups and singles, I loved. Number 7, what was your typical Saturday night as a senior in high school? Typical Saturday night. Well, I didn't go to parties a lot, but I would meet up with my friends, and especially one friend who lived very close, and I would go over to her house basically. Her mother was an RN who worked overnights, so I'd go over there. We might go out somewhere for dinner, have fun with that, maybe go to a movie, end up back at her house, and we'd play cards. Her brother and maybe one of his friends would come out, to the house, and we'd play cards until early AM type of thing. That was pretty typical, actually. Number 8, how did you wear your makeup as a teen? Can you share a picture? Well, no. If I have it, I'll show my graduation picture, but that's the only picture I would have from those years that I could really share. Makeup, I wore just basic, foundation, and no particular brand really. A drugstore type brand, that's all I would have access to, or affordability, or that I could afford. I wore eye makeup and liner, probably a pretty nice solid line of eyeliner on top and a little one on the bottom, mascara. I don't remember doing a lot with my eyebrows though. I don't remember anything with my eyebrows. And a little lipstick, some blush, very light. I never really liked wearing a lot of heavy color, so any makeup that I did wear would have had to be light, except for the eye makeup would be the heaviest. Number 9, were you always into makeup / beauty / style? And I would have to say no, in that respect. I like makeup. I like the look of makeup. I just like it to look more natural on me. As far as style, yeah, I like to look nice. As far as having a particular style, I don't think I do have, or I ever did have. I like to look just nice, basically nice and comfortable. I like to be comfortable in what I wear. Everything, clothes-wise, shoes-wise, everything. I want to be comfortable. That's number 1 importance to me. 10, was there a specific reason that you started your channel? No, not really. Basically, I guess I found it interesting that a friend of mine had a channel, and that she talked about the things that she did, and other people found it interesting too. So I thought, might be fun, you know? It also helps keep me busy because I'm always trying to think of new ideas for videos, and it takes me places to do the videos, and I enjoy that. And I do really enjoy the socialization that doing videos affords me. I enjoy having the contact with people outside of my house by this means. So yes, it's become important in my life. 11. How do others react when you tell them about your channel? You know, nobody ever broke out laughing about it, you know, thank goodness. My family, my brother and his wife, do sometimes look at the videos. Hi, Mike. Hi, Karen. They kind of check up on me every now and then when they haven't seen me for a while, probably, see what I'm talking about. Otherwise, yeah, I tell people, certain people that I come in contact with, that, hey, you know what, I've got a channel out there, check it out. Now, some people do tell me that they just don't bother with YouTube. And until I started my channel, I really wasn't out there a lot. But you never know, you might get hooked on it. That's what I tell them. Number 12. What is your favorite thing to talk about or demonstrate? Makeup or skincare, and why? Well, I haven't done any videos really on my putting makeup on or doing skincare. I've done videos on makeup a couple times, but nothing real like doing a demonstration of any kind. So in the videos that I have done that have been more of a demonstration type thing, I would have to say it would be my cooking. And I have fun with that. I do. When I just slosh things around in the kitchen and put it together and it comes out okay, you know, it's fun. And I know I've taken you along on some of those type of videos, and I hope you found it to be fun and interesting too, and maybe have even gleaned a couple video recipes here and there, okay? That's what it's all about. Basically, just enjoying it and having fun with it. Okay. Number 13. What is your favorite thing about being a 50-plus beauty YouTuber? Well, I don't consider myself to be a beauty YouTuber, for one thing. I am, I don't know, what would you call me, a lifestyle? I mean, a retirement lifestyle video person. That's kind of what I'm about. I'm here to just show you what a person can do in a retired type of lifestyle. You know, it doesn't have to be that you sit at home all day watching TV or doing nothing. My life is far from that, it seems, and sometimes I wish it were more like that. But anyway, that's what I consider my channel to be, just the daily life of a retired person, okay? Number 14, what is the most challenging thing about being a 50-plus beauty YouTuber? Well, there we go again. I don't have any challenges with it because I don't consider myself to be that. I am just a YouTuber sharing my daily life activities with all of you out there. Number 15, what advice would you give your 30-year-old self about makeup and skincare? And right away when I read that question, something came to mind that happened when I did turn 30. And my friend threw a birthday party for me. The cake was in the form of, it just happened to be in the form of a container of foundation, you know, plastic tube sort of container with a lid and everything. And on the container itself, it said something about, you know, being 30 years old. I do remember that. Having to need more foundation. Here's cover-up makeup for the 30-year-old type of thing. But anyway, the advice I would give for a 30-year-old me would be definitely continue with the Clinique you're using right now. Use that cleanser and the moisturizers daily, nightly, whatever it takes. Just continue using it. That is the most important thing. And yes, back then I did use Clinique. When I was a senior in high school is when I think I got introduced to that product. And I did like it. It was a little expensive for my allowance at that time, but I did buy it every so often, along with other types of makeup too. But for cleansing, I liked Clinique best. 16, what is your favorite 50 plus beauty tip to share? Well, I kind of touched on that in the previous question, and that would be cleanse and moisturize. Definitely. If you start when you're younger, even though you don't need a lot of moisturizing at that time, typically, it's very important to your skin as you age to moisturize, okay? Keep it clean and flexible. So that's the questions that were presented. Quick answers, but it gave you a little bit of more information into me. So anyway, I hope you found that kind of interesting. And if there's others out there that would like to participate, please do so. If you'd like to just comment in the comments below, do that also. I love reading the comments, and I try to answer every single one. Every now and then something slips by because of YouTube, where YouTube puts the comments in the system. I might miss it for a little while. I hope that I have found ones that do get put into a different area that I don't usually check. If not, I'm sorry. It's not that I'm being evasive or anything, because I love the comments and I try to answer every single one, okay? So comment again if you got missed. Please comment again. Okay. On that note, I think I'm going to just finish this video right here, and hope you're all having a great day out there. You take care, and we'll be talking again real soon. You can have every belief in that. But until then, it's bye for now.